All right, what about Ameobi here? We are playing Isaac's Cove Golf Course by coty40, one of the barbarians. Let's see what we got here. This is meant to be down the... Oh, thanks, Ducker. This is meant to be down the road from the Barbarous, which was another one of your courses, Matt, I think. Matt here? Oh, right about now, Charlie, there'll be a pop-up coming up with saying to subscribe, but yeah, appreciate that. This looks pretty cool. I think I just want to get stuck into this. Where? Very cool opening tee shot. Yeah, different Matt. Oh, Trail Ducker. Yeah, these rocks make sense. They're like the cliff of the ocean. A little bit of a gentle opener here. I don't mind that. Yeah, me too, Charlie. The environment looks really cool. Like that lighthouse out there. We splined bunkers, didn't we? I like that we're gonna have fairway around those bunkers. That's neat. Green's got some slope, that's for sure. Oh, get in. That's just a sublime putt. I mean, I challenge anybody to hit a better putt than that. Oh, this is dramatic. Okay. Well, everything's going to the left, so hit it right. I think I'm thinking of the wrong guy too. Is this one of the million Matts, or is his first name Cody? I can't remember. Well, we're at 182 for green, so they're not going to get much quicker than this. Okay, I thought it was a Matt. I will say that this left edge is a bit severe, but on the tee, it was pretty clear you need to hit it out to the right and let it roll over. Maybe I could do without the false back. I don't know. I do see where Charlie's coming from, and I see why Lucy disagrees. Yeah, pretty much, Matt. Just if you're not entirely sure, just go, Matt. You decent chance of being right. I mean, this environment looks all the framing and everything looks great. It does, Charlie. I agree with you there. I mean, this green's got quite a lot of slope going on around it, but it's a short hole, so you should be able to hit it somewhere and stop it. Nah, they're all good though, TJ. We can keep them. All right. Yeah, the environment's good. Touch fast, but we'll be okay. Most of them are. That's an interesting green. Slow, is it? Okay. Safe shot to middle of the green. It's kind of boring. The back pin's going to make this hole play quite a bit differently, isn't it? It's going to add a good 25, 30 yards to it. That doesn't break. Okay. The bees are lying. While I'm thinking about it, guys, no is it though tonight. Victor is traveling. So you're stuck with me at 9. That's what you got for tonight. On this very Twitch channel. For those of you watching on YouTube, this is going to make no sense to you at all. But for those on Twitch, I will be racing iRacing at Rockingham in the ARCA cars at 9. I might start the stream about 8:30 Eastern for last minute of practice. Last minutes of practice, sorry. And then the race itself. This green's pretty deep. So I mean, the thing about greens of this size, it does give you flexibility on, like, you can make the hole play quite short or quite long if you want. But they are getting a bit on the big side. Try and overswing one here. Oh, we can get 3 wood there. Oh boy. Stay right. If that stays right, we're money. It did not stay right. David, how's it going? It did not stay right. I feel like this green would be better if it was smaller and less slopey, and this water here was more in play. I mean, and now that's partly because I played to this pin here, right? If I'm playing to a pin over here, but even then, I probably just hit it over here and let it roll over, right? I don't know. I'm not a fan of these big ridges, and anybody who's watched any of my content knows that. And I'm not a fan of this here either, where it's just, they're both sloping in here. That bunker does look a little steep on this side as well. But now I've got to basically hit driver up this hill to get to the hole. And we're going to make it anyway, so whatever. I mean, it's one of those ones where it's a par 5, a second shot into a par 5, you can get away with it, but it's getting close having that kind of slope on a green that big, and the ball's just going to want to collect to the same spot. I kind of then question, why do you have such a big green? The ball's always ending up in the same place. Oh, got 103 that time. Oh, that's rough there. Oh, okay then. But because the pin's on the right, we get to go at it. So here's one thing I would say. It might be a bit of a nitpick, but I'm playing pin set 2. On pin set 2, with these back-to-back par 5s, both pins were back right. So on both pins, the water wasn't in play. I would mix that up a bit. I'd have one of those par 5s, you would have to deal with the water. I don't think I'd ever have it where you never have to deal with it. I think I would just mix the pin sets up a little bit. And then, yeah, the bunkers need, oh, that bunker needs some serious sculpting. Wow. I'm surprised. Cody's a good designer. That almost looks like he missed it. Oh, we can't make 2 bombs in a row. Hmm. This is different. Looks like we're kind of in the lowland, like a low area of the course now. Yeah, that's just a bit too severe for me. I would hate a left-right wind here. Oh. Oh, God. Yeah, I think you're right, Charlie. And that's usually the case, right? Usually within the first few holes, you got a sense of what's going on. Yeah, I'll never forget being in Maddie's stream that one time when he was finishing up. It might have been Breton Bay. I don't remember which course he was finishing, but I remember him doing something that he had some kind of, yeah, I think he was doing it on paper, but he had a sheet that he was using to help him remember where he'd put the pins on each hole to make sure that he'd even them out. This pin is diabolical. Like, just... What happened to my... Oh. My monitor went black there for a minute. No, I don't know about that. This course has gone from being a really cool environment, pretty realistic. Maybe the sculpting needed some help, and it's just driven dead straight head on into Fantasyland here. And if I can hit it over here, I'm gonna have a wedge into a par 5. As I was saying, I think your move here to make this hole better. First of all, the bridges are distracting. But your move here is you get rid of, let me see, while I make everybody dizzy. Sorry for that. Keep the water down the left. Get rid of this. Don't cut this off. And this is a par 4. It's just... and if, yeah, if you're into the wind, you're laying up short of the cove, and I don't know. It's a manufactured gimmicky par 5 that should be a par 4. I think it would play way better as a par 4. Get rid of that cross water there and just let it be a par 4. It's one of my most, I mean, in real, oh, sit down. In real life golf too, it's one of my biggest pet peeves where you just decide a hole has to be a certain par and then you manufacture that par somehow. Just let the hole be the par it should be. It's not even that long, I don't think, Kev. More like 66 something. Now it's already a par 70, so I get it. Yeah, of course you can. But there's gotta be a better way to do it than that. It's 66.90. But I mean, 492 isn't a par 4, par 5 in this game. There's 5 par 5s on a par 70. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Charlie. But so what he's done though is he's put that water in there to try to make it into a par 5, trying to make you have to lay up. So I would like this par 3 a lot more if the green was 23.4% of its size. Exactly 23.4% too. Hey, no problem, Victor. It's fun, man. Yeah, 5 par 5s on a par 70. I noticed that too. But if the green was right here, that to me is the green. I don't like that back here. Again, it creates flexibility. Like, you can have a pin here. This hole's going to play significantly longer, but I think make this smaller and maybe even bring the water in a bit more. And this is a cool little flip par 3. And just leave it as that. Don't try to make it be a wedge par 3 and an 8-iron par 3 at the same time. Yeah, and that would be, and that's fine. It would be tiny. It's a wedge. Like, it's a friggin' sand wedge. Yeah, I'll give you that. You would only have one pin. I don't know. Maybe there's not a good option that I can come up with. That doesn't look right to me. Like a gigantic green like that when it's, you know, it's 122 to the front pin and like 155 or something to the back one. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, this looks better. We're back to reality now. We that 10th hole just had a little bit too much fantasy for my tastes. And then yeah, going back to what Victor's saying there, I think one of the things that's just crucially important as a designer, and Victor having 1,700 courses in the nice shot in the database knows about this, is being really upfront with what your course is, right? And just to share what you were trying to accomplish with your course. And I think if you do that, then people are going to understand that, oh, okay, that's why it's like this. Okay. Because to me, good design is you've created you have an idea in your head of a course, you create that course. And that's, you guys have heard me ask this before, where I've said, you know, did you create the course you were trying to create? And the person says, yeah. And I go, okay, then good job then. And at that point, it doesn't matter if I like it or if Charlie likes it or TJ or Victor or anybody likes it. Did you create the course you wanted to create? Perfect. Well, it doesn't matter, Charlie. I'm not judging rookie, so you're fine. Do what you want. I'm taking a small break from judging. Okay, so we've just had 2 to 3 holes be little flip par 3s. And again, both front pins, I think. Maybe not. Kind of. Yeah. There you go. But when you know, all the material that I saw that you put out for your course said this is a muni, it's short, don't hit driver, won't be any fun. You were very clear up front with what the course is. And then so I'm looking at it going, well, okay, this is what he was trying to do, and this is what he did. Great. I see little soldiers there. There you go. That's the Pennsylvania one, right? Riverside Greens Terps. I know that one. I just put it up on YouTube today. I think this green works. This shot plays absolutely fine for a wedge. For a second shot, long iron or wood, you're gonna have to hit something special. Okay. Sculpting in front might be a bit severe, but it might need to be to make it play the way it needs to. Although 6 feet is pretty. 6 feet is pretty high. Oh, that could be fun. Like having hickory clubs. Yeah, that one I could understand why that had that false front the way it did, because it's par 5 and it's like if you want to get close, you're gonna have to hit a great shot. I'm on board with that. It's another par 3 that's a wedge. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a bit more. What am I trying to say? Variety. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more variety in a couple of the hole styles. Oh no. Oh, he did. No, that's not what I want to see at all. I do not want to see a Beavers anything. Um, um, I'm left with no option here other than to hit it off the rocks. Just because if you're going to make this kind of a dog leg. Perfect. Oh, it wouldn't be hard to do it, Matt. I'm pretty darn clueless. Oh! Yeah, I just don't like dog legs like that. Especially one where I couldn't really hit driver straight down the fairway without running out of fairway and there was a bunker in the way. Yeah. I don't. It's not my style. Oh, this could look really cool if the rocks were lower. I think the rocks are getting in the way here a little bit. It's unfortunate. Thanks, dude. I just played that conventionally, right? Driver off the rocks and then pitch. Oh, too much spin. No. Too much spin. Nice, no goal. Thanks for that, buddy. And your course is on Beer League? Awesome. Wait, no. Wrong person. I'm getting confused with people. Okay. Here's our 18th. Why are we splitting the fairway? You just go left here every time, don't you? Spin. Or don't. Hmm. Not the most dramatic finish in the world. I mean, it's okay. All right. You shot speed limit. Look on my Discord. That's funny. All right. Great environment. Really good environment. Did we start out? We started out like with some dramatic oceanside holes and then worked our way inlands a bit, right? Yeah, I think some of the golf was a little bit. So if we look at the par, so first of all, 5 par 5s and a par 70 is odd. I felt like I was, so how many, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 par 3s. 1, 2, 3, 6 par 4s. And 5 par 5s. That's different. Oh, I was just sailing along, Steve. I never do it on Wednesdays when it counts. That's the problem. The The first par 5 is a really good par 5. First hole is a great hole. I like that hole a lot. You could have made it a little bit more dramatic with the water, but in a way, I'm glad you didn't. But then you got these two that are the same yardage, basically. And then I felt like there was two in the back right after each other. Maybe not. Oh, it was the par 3s that started getting to be yeah, so these were the two where both the pins were on the right side of the green where there was water left. That's what it was. Good luck, Tyson. Hope everything goes okay. And so I felt there was, and then the back nine got a kind of repetitive with the par 3s. Like 3 of these par 3s for sure were like wedges. And the fourth one might have been 2. And I think that's just because of the pin placements. So that's something else I'd be looking at is evening up your pin placements a bit so that you're not having holes play the same, like one after the other. Yeah, I know, 3,000 yard back nine. It's a short course. And then like these two holes here, it was basically the same hole twice in a row. It is how it felt. They're not, but because the pins were both back right, you're just hitting the same shot twice, right? So that would be some of the other stuff I'd work on too. Is trying to just have a bit more variety to the actual golf. The environment's there. You've got that. Let's work on some variety and a little bit of the hole design. And then I mean, there's a great course in there. We're kind of in that phase now where we're like we've gone from the 20-30 handicap. We've quickly got ourselves down into single digits, and now we're trying to get to scratch. And progress is gonna be a little slower now because it's harder to get there. But yeah, there's something here. It just needs that little bit more to push it over the edge, I think. That's all. It's a really good course. It could be great.